Welcome to another Classics But Not Masterpieces episode. Here we are featuring Shawn Lane's Powers of 10 album. Here we cover how this album could have even been better even though it's a classic. It's 1992 and Shawn is a talent never seen before on guitar who could also equally play the keyboards. And that's just what this album features, which showcases Shawn's guitar and keyboard skills. One problem that I have about his reputation and of this album, and that it's a shred album. I disagree, because how many guitar shredders can play classical piano as well? Powers of 10 has great compositions that represent a type of pop music with a fusion style of play. The tracks that are my favorites are Not Again, Illusions, Get You Back, Esperanto, Rules of the Game, and Epilogue for Lisa. What Lane was able to do at that time, nobody was doing. He simply was the most talented guitarist on earth. Believe it or not, my other favorites are his piano pieces, Powers of 10 Suite, and Piano Concertino, Transformation of Themes. But these two selections are what probably cost him another album with Warner Brothers, like Jaco Pastorius a decade earlier. The album for me is a 10 out of 10 as far as artistic achievement, and what's on the record is amazing. However, I do feel in retrospect that Lane should have reserved the two piano pieces for his keyboard album that he wanted to release at another date. Lane already had two other compositions that he already was playing with the Powers of 10 live band, and they were Hardcase and Try 7-5. Had Shawn Lane put those two tracks on the Powers of 10 album and not the tracks Powers of 10 Suite and Piano Concertino, then in my opinion it would have been a masterpiece and Warner Brothers would have given Lane another album. I feel Hardcase and Try 7-5 are his two greatest compositions, as they do end up on his Tritone Fascination album 7 years later, but that opportunity of leverage was missed. I don't agree with Geoffrey's 2-star review of the album, but I can understand his critique about the album being uneven with those two pieces put in the middle of a great guitar album. I still have it as one of the top guitar albums of the 90s decade, but it would have been even greater because he already had those other two songs in the bag and was performing them with his band in the early 90s. In conclusion, Shawn Lane was an amazing musical force. In my opinion, he was the fastest guitarist and the most talented guitarist. A few years later, he would connect with Jonas Hellborg, where he would make more musical magic. But Powers of 10 was a record that put him on the map as a serious musician playing guitar and keyboards with strong compositions. I first heard it in the late 90s and was amazed at how this music seemed simple but advanced at the same time. It's remained one of my favorites, and it's more than a classic. This is Flame Sky. See you on the next one.